We are December 2025. Welcome back. This time there should be less explanations and more action. So if you do have questions, don't hesitate. Drop us comments. We'll love the interaction and to try to explain why we did things a certain way. So let's get to it. I just need to stabilize the shock stem in the vise so I can unscrew the tip. Alright, better put these on. Yeah! So this is classic, just do it and find out. Will this work? Well, we're gonna try. Fun butcher, they fun. It's still spinning. Damn it. Okay, this isn't gonna work. It's really annoying when you have to do this to a brand new part. Oh. I hate this. So this is the face of a guy that's pissed off right now because I can't loosen my eyelet. Either I run two nylon pucks side by side, but I don't think the friction coefficient is high enough on nylon. I'm not sure. I'm going to check online to see if they sell aluminum blocks for that, and I'll just buy one instead of wasting my time. So we're now the 10th of December, and I got to figure out my plan for removing the eyelet. What material should I use? My shaft probably turns at, I don't know, when I turn it maybe feels like 30, 40, 50 foot-pounds. So I need to double, let's say, the friction coefficient around the shaft to loosen it, right? Make sense? What material do I use? I don't want to score the shaft. I don't want to damage the shaft. Because if I damage the shaft, it's going to damage the internal seals. I have to figure out how to clamp this thing. That's where I'm at. I thought maybe about copper pipe this morning. Okay, so it turns out that the best materials I could use probably is aluminum. So I have two options. I either buy a really small vise clamp that only holds not too much, or I buy some aluminum stock. So I decided to buy off of Amazon 2 bars of aluminum stock for like $26. I don't even have to leave the house. And I'm going to try to drill holes in it and get my maximum clamping force across my vise. So that is going to be the plan. It's the 14th of December, 2025. I asked my friend Martin First at OMF Usinage to machine me out a block that I could clamp my shock stem with using aluminum. That way I can clamp all the way around because I have to resist torque, right? And in the meantime, this is a Sunday afternoon and I'm looking for something to do. So I decided maybe I can use this scrap wood here that I have. If I do it right, I might be able to clamp around my shock stem. Only one way to find out, right? No, that's not good. Now I'm pressing against the grains. That might just be enough. That is pretty tight. Ooh, maybe that's the friction we needed. Simple wood. A little bit more. Still turning. Still turning. That's starting to crack. Still turning. Wow, this is very annoying. Still turning. Just so bloody annoying. Like, I know that at some point the crush of the wood is going to be the maximum force exerted on the shaft, but I'm hoping to compress all those fibers. It's so sad, and I'm not getting any result right now. Got it! Yes! I got it! Woo! Excellent, my friends. I'm so happy. Yes. And this is the face of a guy who got it. I am so excited right now, man. I'm even calling all of you man. Look at that. Look at that. This goes up here. Like that. Okay, so it seems like the whole thing is too tight a tolerance. I'm going to try to open it up with this. There we go. And then try dropping. There we go. Okay. That's just a very precise machining. So, there we go. Oh, look at that. So I just put some coil springs on here to get a general idea, but I have to buy larger ones. Like that. Over that. There we go. So that gives us an idea. Now I'll be able to adjust this. Let's just put some tension on it for fun. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is basically my new rally suspension. Huh. All right. I think it's a keeper. The brilliance of this setup is proper engineering, proper drawings, and proper machining. Because when the shock is all the way up, the loads are on this bushing, right? Because when the car comes to the corner, the wheel wants to go up and down, and there's load everywhere. This will want to fold under certain loading conditions. So what stops it from folding fully open is the bushing at the top here. If the shock is compressed, then the loads aren't the folding, if I could call it that, of this shock won't be as important. Because when your suspension is all the way out, it doesn't have that much loading except for landings. If you're coming over a hill sideways and then you land, you may get some pretty severe side loading. Let's call it that. But I think overall this is going to be excellent. The next challenge I have is the top. Because a regular car has 3 bolts at the top, like on the Sentra. And we have to adapt all of this to fit up through our shock towers and which our shock towers will arrive like here. So we have to build something that comes up higher and that holds this at the top. That's the plan. We have some drawings. Now I have to fabricate it, order some coil springs, and keep going.